What does it say? You're live. Oh, hello, anyone who may be watching this. We are here for my dad, King Arthur, to do our last broadcast in his flat before we move all of his stuff out. Some of you may or may not know he passed away on Tuesday, and we are mortified. So we're here and we are going to do a seance, aren't we, Anne? For him. Hold on a minute. Won't like the fan's on. Yes, I'm here with my sister Anne, and who is his beloved daughter, and my niece Sherry, who is his beloved granddaughter. And there's no Joey anymore. Joey's now in very safe hands with my sister, and I won't be playing guitar, so you'll be pleased to hear. And we're just here. It's very sad, isn't it, Anne?
Very.
It's just I always knew how much it would affect me. In fact, I think I would stick around when he went, but here I am doing everything that needs to be done in his honor. But he'll never be forgotten. And yeah, it's tough, man. And you got such amazing comments on there as well. That I got so many. It was just lovely to hear. It did actually give me a lot of comfort. And we've done a lot of crying, as you can imagine. And now I don't really know why I'm doing this. It's a bit stupid, but maybe I can remind you a little bit of my dad, maybe. But of course I'm on his Facebook, Shay.
Well, you might be on your Facebook. Don't snap at me, Grandad.
And I'm already becoming my dad, because I went in to arrange the funeral yesterday and I had a burn on my shirt, a hole in my shirt from a cigarette, which I've never done before. And Dad does it all the time. And I have lots of food down my shirt and didn't even know as I was chatting, which is exactly what Dad would do. And I'm already putting my foot in it, and I'm stuttering as well. I started stuttering as I was driving towards him to be with him at the end, and I got stuck in a roadblock, and I didn't think I'd get there. I just kept calling my sister and screaming down the phone, please ask him to wait, please ask him to wait. And he waited. He waited for us all to be there, and passed not long after, holding our hands. And oh God, we just love him so much. And I don't know how much we can cry, really, but we'll be doing a lot more. So I'm not Dad, so I don't really have all the conversations to discuss, really, that Dad would. But we are going to hold a seance, and I'm going to record it. Yes, I'm going to record it, because if anyone would want an audience, it is King Arthur, my dad. And we love you so much, Dad, if you can hear us, more than you could possibly imagine. But I think he knew how much we loved him anyway. And I don't even know if a live broadcast will save. Does it?
I don't know. Never done one. No, I don't think it will.
So what would King Arthur talk about? He would talk about the court and the annoying people that live here that wind him up on a constant basis. He would tell you about some time when he's put his foot in it. Firefox wants to restart. And of course it was me that always kept his IT up for him so he could do everything that he did. And now he will be streaming from heaven, won't you, Dad? And I said to my sister, sat on the screen, I said to my sister, we've got to do this because this is rented property and we're going to be getting rid of it because we have to move out. And I said, we have to do something now because his entire essence is in this room and is in this flat. And so if he's going to be anywhere at the moment, ground zero, it's going to be here. 0000, whatever it is, coordinates. This is Dad. That's his pendulum. That's his pendulum. Come here. Love you, Dad. Love you, Dad. We're going to have that in the seance. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Dad. If you can't get to us, we don't care. I told everyone, I said, it doesn't matter. It only matters that we tried. But eventually he will get in touch with us. We know that. But we might as well try because this is our last chance. I won't be live streaming our seance, but I will record it because you never know. The beloved King Arthur. Have you got anything to say, Anne?
Not a lot, really. What can you say?
Right. You're on the spot now, Anne. I'd like you to say some words for the camera.
Like what?
Uh,
I've got my dad's t-shirt on.
Yes, Anne's got Dad's t-shirt on. There you go. He's got his t-shirt
scent
on.
I can
She can
smell
smell him.
I ain't washed it.
And
Pajamas, favourite pajamas.
exactly, he's got his favourite pajamas on. We're all going to sleep here tonight. So that bed just behind me, that's the bed that I always slept on when I was here. 18 years he's lived here. And it's going to be very, very strange sleeping here and not seeing Dad on the computer chair. And his computer chair's broke, as I'm sure you know. So it wobbles from side to side. I was going to sort it all for him. We had it all planned. We were going to have a new health regime for him. Everything was sorted. I wanted to get him out of the hospital last weekend because I was driving from Dad's place to pick up some bits for him, and I said to my sister, we need to get him out unless they can tell us that there's another reason why he should be in there, because he can cope with what he's got. He just needs to come out with inhalers. So there must be, if anything's going on, there must be an X in the equation for this to be happening. And none of us ever dreamt that that X would be his heart. We knew he had a weak heart, obviously.
And
But
we knew he'd go with his heart.
We knew we'd go with his heart. We knew he'd go with his heart. I thought, I've been paranoid for 10 years. The amount of times I've rung and he doesn't answer because Dad never answers because he's either asleep or got his headphones on, or he's outside having a fag and forgot his phone. But many times I've rung the court here in the past and said, where's my dad? He's not answering the phone. Where is he? And then eventually, what? What do you want? Well, I want to make sure you're alive. Well, of course I'm fucking alive, he'll say. And I always knew it would happen. I hoped it would happen in front of me in some way. It might sound ridiculous, but I wanted to share the experience with him. But I did share the experience, because he waited. He was not going to go until he sat on the phone, until he saw us. He was not going to go until we're all together and until he knew that we were together and that we were okay.
How come you haven't put Sherry on the
And
camera?
Sherry's, oh no, she's not on the camera yet. Sherry,
Yeah.
hello Sherry. Sherry is going to do a striptease for us, she said. So off you go, Sherry.
You're so much like my granddad. Get that camera away.
Okay, she's not doing a striptease, I'm afraid, which is not really a shame. But certainly not for me anyway. And it must be very different if anyone is going to watch this to see my ugly mug on instead of my dad. I could, of course, use the new software, which is called think, what's it called? It's called something. What's it called?
But I don't know.
Anyway, the software that allows you to channel another person's face. So I could use that and channel Dad's face. But some people might think that everything I'm doing right now is morbid. Let me say hello. I'm here. What does that do? Oh, right, just says hello. There you go. So yeah, anyway, but we don't really care what anyone thinks. We just love Dad to bits. And his funeral's on the 24th.
It's got pints of milk.
And we're just here to sort everything out. So we're just going to stay the
What date
night,
you're on?
see what we can do, sort all of his stuff out. We've already sorted a lot out, as you can imagine, and it does help to distract you from the horror that sits in the back of your mind that everyone will know if they've lost someone. Whether it's the memories, whether it's just thinking about them and their life and how it ended, or whether it is remembering how it ended, which can be horrific. And of course, remembering his music, his life, and your loss, which can be very unbearable. So anything you can do to distract yourself from that, we do. And we've been laughing a lot, haven't we, Anne, over really stupid things.
Yeah.
And you find that when you're grieving, you laugh so much harder at stupid things because it's just your body doing everything it can to distract you. Like you're on a big cable car and you're scared, and you forget for a brief moment that you're 10,000 feet up and you talk and laugh, and then suddenly you look down and you realise you're still on this cable car. But of course, if you use that as an analogy, the cable car for everyone will drop one day, as it did for King Arthur. But I don't believe he was in a huge amount of pain. I believe that he would have experienced an initial conscious thought of shock and confusion and fear, but I don't believe that lasted very long because his heart would have stopped the blood to his brain very quickly, and all the time was taken, I believe, in resuscitating him. And if they hadn't have resuscitated him, see, I'm stuttering, Dad can't say S's, resuscitating him, so Dad's in me. Thank you, Dad, I love you. And if they hadn't have resuscitated him, he would have gone. But they did, and he held on to say goodbye to us all, which is lovely and amazing. So we just keep thinking of all the positives, the fact that we had him in our life for so long, didn't we, Sherry? And
Reminds me in a lot, it looks like my granddad. You know, you're very good at this talking to the camera thing, man. You're like a natural,
No.
you're like my granddad.
I don't feel like I am, but
Yeah,
I'm just
you did really
I'm just
well.
doing the best I can to fill the mighty shoes of King Arthur.
Granddad could do it for an hour.
He
an
could
hour and
talk
a half,
for an
some
hour,
of his-
Sherry.
Yeah, he could.
He could talk for an hour quite happily. He didn't tongue on the phone, to be fair. Our conversations are usually quite quick, and he always liked to say bye, bye, bye at the end. He doesn't like the American style of phones
Got
where
two
you just
people
go,
watching it.
okay, I'll see you, boom, gone. And
Good chat.
yeah, he was just wonderful, man.
We got a pizza.
When we were children, my dad, after our parents divorced, my dad took us to Butlins, as he's probably broadcast before, and he recorded the entire thing. He walked around with I can't say the word I want to say because it's racist, but a box. So a stereo recorder that you put that you put on your shoulder, and he recorded the entire holiday for us, which has always cherished memories for me and Anne of 1977 in Butlins Filey. And me and Dad came up because we lived in Somerset. I lived with him for about 7 years in Somerset Street, and he came up and did a video recording of all the family in Nottingham, which we've used when people have deceased in our family. We've used to bring back the memories of it. And I always remember he came up Walton Court, which is where we are now, and he came up to record where he was born, because he was born in Walton Court, and he always said he would die in Walton Court, and he absolutely died in Walton Court, even though it was a hospital. This is his home. And as he turned the camera, you could see this flat on the camera, which who would have thought he moved into 10 years after. So that was quite amazing. And he did bring a lot of entertainment to a lot of people. And really, he lived to 80, but he probably did die by no small part to smoking, really. So, out of respect, yes, there's Tesco over there, Sherry. So, out of respect for Dad, I will have another cigarette, because he always smoked when he was on the camera. And I only started when I was 40, and I will pack it up eventually. But I'm just respecting Dad at the moment, and I couldn't give two cocks actually whether it kills me at the moment. So, because I did say to my partner, oh shoot, Eileen will be watching this. We've got Dad on our channel. So Eileen, who I love very, very much and is wonderful. No, she is wonderful. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Way better than my sister. And
Whatever.
oh, you're there, Anne. Sorry. And
I
did say to her, probably not the best thing to say, because everyone who knows me knows that I was not supposed to be around, because I had it all planned that I would be taking my own life, because I cannot live without my dad. So I cannot believe that I'm managing to do what I'm doing, but that's no small part to me thinking of the rest of the family, because I've become unselfish in my 52 years of life finally. Thank you, Anne. And also, what was I saying? No, there you go. Dad says things and then can't remember, Anne. Fuck. What was I saying?
You're not selfish no more.
No. Oh no, that's right. I did say to my partner Eileen, who, if you happen to listen to this, Eileen, I'm certainly not going to kill myself, and I love you so much, and I love Penny. Oh, thank you, Anne. I bought us awesome pizza, and the women are cooking it, because that's respect for Dad as well, because Dad didn't put in men cooking. The woman's job is in the kitchen, as my dad would say many, many times. So well done, Anne. And
Yeah, I think Sherry wants a night off.
yes, indeed.
Full night off.
And oh yeah, the point is, I did say to Eileen on the first night when I got back to her in Birmingham, I did say, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here, because me and Dad haven't been apart for any considerable time since 1984, when I moved down to Somerset. We have been constantly with each other. I'm not sure how long he would want to wait
I've got one of them
up there.
I've got it wrapped up.
So maybe he's got control of things up there, I don't know. So if I don't last long, everyone will know why. And I've got no problem with that, Dad. You may take me whenever you wish. But I won't take myself, because Dad was very strong in saying that you can not commit suicide because it's a sin in any religion. Thank you, Anne. Just got some pizza. What else can we say about King Arthur, Anne? About what do you mean about? Oh, what do you mean about what? That's what I'm saying. What else can we say?
Have you tasted the pizza yet?
No, I'm smoking.
Great. So we're eating while you're smoking.
Yes.
I'm telling Dad, don't smoke.
I did not try and stop Dad from smoking, and the plan was, when he got out, he was going to start vaping 70% of the time, and no more cheap cigarettes. So
vapors are really bad for you.
they're not, Sherry. It's a load of bollocks. There has been some respiratory fatalities, mostly in America, or all in America, using dodgy vapes that have got things like some kind of cannabis oil in them, or they've been modified, modded, or something. They are 95% more healthy for you than cigarettes, and they are certainly 100% better for your heart. And it was Dad's heart at the end of the day. So he was going to 70% vape, regardless of what Shagar says over there.
Oh, yeah.
No more cheap cigarettes. So I was going to go to his supplier of cheap cigarettes and say, fuck off. Don't give him any more, nicely, of course. And then he was going to buy the cigarettes that he likes, that he hasn't smoked for a long time because he can't afford them, so he says. And then he was going to have maybe 10 a day to start with, and then work himself down to 5 a day and carry on vaping. And I was going to measure out his fluid for him. I was going to do everything that I should have done in the first place. So, thanks, Sam. So I thought we had it all sussed with him, because I thought his tablets would keep him propped up for at least another 3 years. Because he was on blood thinners, it was on everything for his kidney, for his heart, he was on lots of tablets. And my partner Eileen's parents have been propped up into their late 80s and to 90, partly by taking a lot of these tablets. So I thought it would prop him up. But I never dreamt that there were other steps that he needed to take. But some people might say that it was his time, no matter what. And I did want him to get out of the hospital, because I said to my sister, it's not good for him. He's not sleeping properly. He needs his cat naps, because that's what keeps him going. And he's not doing it. And I really wanted him to, to be relaxed at home at least, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. And now we know the result of it. Oh, hello, Sherry. Oh, we can watch Sherry eating a pizza. Oh, you've done drop some down your mouth, Sherry. And she's gone. So I'm getting like you, Dad. I've got grey on my beard, and unfortunately, I'm losing my belly, Dad. So that won't be retained for the time being. Is Richie ever going to get here?
Well, I've told him that we're.
He'll be up all night, Richard. He's a night owl, isn't he?
He's not staying on that.
Oh, isn't that? Oh, fucking
Well, we haven't got enough places to sleep, Sherry. To be fair,
We ain't got 3 beds.
we only got 3 beds. We got that chair, but it's not really. Uncle Dennis slept on that chair. I think he also slept on it while he was paralytic last time he came up for Gladys's wake. I don't know.
Where are you?
Yeah. Oh, he's just pulling in. He's just pulling in.
Pizzas.
Awesome.
We've
And
already
that's
had
it.
2 pizzas. Right,
King Arthur's gone, but not forgotten. In heaven,
I don't
in
know. I'm
bliss,
going to tell you that. I don't know.
looking down, saying,
You found it?
I wish I could tell you just how happy I am now, because he did want to go. He
All right.
has
see you in a bit
mentioned
then.
to numerous
Bye.
people, not so much to me, but that's because he doesn't want to upset me, but he has mentioned to numerous people that he is ready to go. But obviously, as I said to him, I get what you're saying, Dad, and I respect it, but it is very difficult because we don't want to say goodbye to you and you don't want to say goodbye to us. And he accepted that. But he did mention at my sister's over Christmas, with which he spent an inordinate amount of time there, much longer than usual, which makes you think that subconsciously he knew what was going to happen. He did say that we could take him to Switzerland next year, and I'm sure you can work out what he meant by that. To which I said I probably wouldn't be able to do that, Dad. I would rather euthanize you myself than watch you take a tablet in some strange clinic.
Is that what they let you do over there?
Yes, I do, Sherry. There's a documentary about it. So once you've gone through all the screening, which can take a long time, they give you you sign all the papers, and then you have to say a few times, I am taking this tablet or medicine, sorry, I'm taking this of my own free will, blah blah blah, just so they can legally cover that they're not murdering you. And then they give you something that I think, some medicine that you swallow, and then they give you a piece of chocolate to take the taste away, and then you slowly, it doesn't take too long, it takes a little while to come on from what I saw, and then you very quickly go into some kind of seizure and die.
Yeah, both your pictures.
And the man did it with his wife watching, which was pretty sad, really. But-
Sounds it.
Not family, that is totally.
But that's mostly for people that are terminally ill, Sherry, that are absolutely going to die. For Dad, they would have given him a lot of screening, and they may have rejected his request. I did hear once that suicide rate's high in Switzerland because people go over there to get euthanized, and if they fail the criteria, then they jump in front of trains and things like that.
No, it's
I
not
don't know
very
if it's true.
nice.
Hey,
I don't know
Not
if
very
what's
nice.
that say?
some more, Andrew.
Yeah. Well, some more.
I mean, like, turn this off because everything's getting cold.
Yeah, turn the fan off.
Yeah, then.
Cheers.
Which one do you want?
That one.
Got one in the oven now. So
Um,
it's the afternoon time.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have too much more to say, really. But we thank everyone, don't we, who has supported Dad and his broadcasts, everything that he's done and given him real comfort over the years, because he likes to have an audience. He always has. And everyone out there gave him an audience, and I can't tell you how grateful we are for that, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
And so we will end saying we love you all. And his funeral, I say, is on the 24th, and I know most people won't be able to get there because it's out of their geographical boundaries. And I wouldn't expect people to trip all over the country for him, but I know everyone's paying their respects to the mighty King Arthur. So love you all. Only met him once. Shame nobody is here watching this. Oh no, I mean, we're not doing this because we want an audience particularly. Yeah. Yes, I know you very well from my dad. But yes, I remember you meeting him. Rob Charles well. Yes. You've always been lovely to him, and I think you two might have fallen out. Have you ever fallen out? I think most people would have fallen out with Dad, wouldn't they? But yeah. We can't tell you how much we miss him. I've tried to use my sense of humour a lot to sort of, just take away the pain really with it. But man, he was such a big character. He really was. Oh, you never fell out. Wow, that's impressive. That's
Probably a first.
yeah. I know he's definitely fallen out with other people. Yes, he always made up, because we always say it with my dad, and my brother depicted it very well in his final post for my dad. He what is it? I'm stuttering. He is the king of putting his foot in it, but he had a heart of gold. And he always did. And I think that's all that matters, because I think everyone who's got a good heart can be forgiven for all of their sins, because that's just their conscious, it's just the conscious side of them that you have to bear while you're in this particular life. And that's what he always said, didn't he, Anne? Take no notice of me.
Yeah.
That was his line. That was exactly his line. Oh, take no notice of me. Me and Dad never fell out. We did shout at each other. I used to get very, very frustrated with him, especially the more he got helpless. I'm not going to lie. I did find it difficult, and he knew, and he didn't want to be a burden on people. And so I did shout at him, but he absolutely loved organ music, and he loved your organ playing, Rob. I know that for a fact. He would have listened to it so many times. Always told the truth.
Finally here.
He didn't give a toss about that. What's that? Always told the truth about what he thought of people if asked. Absolutely. I'm not sure I know any truths from him about you guys, to be honest, but I'm sure you would know the truths that he knew about you. I certainly know the truths he knows about me. And we've got my brother here.
Sorry, I'm wanted.
There he is, Richie. Richie, now he is our brother on my mother's side. A brother from another mother. No, a brother from another father.
You look like
Yes.
Mama, I look more.
Oh God, yes, he did with the bass speaker. Well, my dad's always been into bass, so she's gone now, thank God. There's a nice West Indian man moved in, so I think Dad's got West Indian men on both sides. And to be fair, they're lovely. I shouldn't say to be fair because that sounds racist. They're just lovely. But yeah, he's always been into bass. So we put our hi-fi together when I came down to live with him in Somerset. I had lots of hi-fi. We did used to communicate about what we had, and we had hi-fi around, and we combined it. And he would love to listen to things like Tonto's Expanding Headband, which probably not many people would know, but it's got incredible bass. And we were playing it yesterday on my brother's car because he's got one of the proper boombastic sound systems. So we're playing some of my dad's stuff, and I was saying he'd love to be in your car right now because he loves deep bass. So he would love it. But no, that old bat's gone now. She didn't like my dog, so I brought it over, and I wanted my dog to wander around in the corridor outside where he smokes. And she said, "I can't. I'm scared of dogs." And we're like, Jesus Christ, it's just a little thing.
Do you not like the pizza?
So I'm glad I do like the pizza one. I'm taking my now you're like Dad because he used to do me food, and he couldn't stand the fact that I didn't eat it straight away when it was hot. And he'd say, "Dad, I quite like cold food." And he'd look round and go, "You're still not fucking eating it." And I go, "Will you leave me alone to eat it at my own pace?"
You get to keep his spirit going.
Yeah, but it's snappy anymore.
It's been like it all day with Richard. Snapping.
Oh, yeah.
Snapping.
Honestly, Richard.
Absolutely letting dogs shit in a pot. I should have done that. But I can't, you see, Rob, because it brings trouble to my dad's door, doesn't it? And I tried everything not to bring trouble to... Who's going to be listening to this? Anyway,
So why is it saying names?
I had to... what's the word? What do you do? What do you do?
Love your eye.
What do you do when you accept people even though you don't want to? You put up with them. What's the posh word? Well, why am I asking you, Richie, what a posh word is? So,
Fuck off, Mr. Stoneboy.
no, you see, that was Richie swearing, not me.
You are where you grew
So,
up.
I will-
Not where you're flipping on.
I'll be broadcasting your address in a bit, Richie.
Oh, you should start doing podcasts.
Not at all. Not at all. This is my last broadcast, Jerry. And I'm doing it on behalf of my beautiful, wonderful father. So, I've got it. I would tolerate Dad's friends for his benefit because they were his friends and they did a lot for him. And so I did do quite a lot of that. And I can't remember why I'm saying that. Oh yeah, because a lot of people on the court, you know, I had to tolerate and I had to let them get away with murder because I didn't want to. I just did everything I could to not bring any trouble to my dad and to keep him entertained. You know, I would constantly send him links to things and send him and copy movies for him, and I just think all the time, you know, oh, Dad, would Dad like that? Yeah, Dad would like that. I just wanted him to be happy and to be content and just be entertained. But this computer and everyone who he spoke to, they all just kept him going, and it's fantastic, really. Wonderful. And you're all amazing, really. You are. So, I need some help from you guys, please, Rob. Rob and Mare, we've got a bit of a debate in the family because I am certain that Dad wants his final song to be "Come Sweet Death," which is on his YouTube, which had a huge amount of hits, 374,000 from what I saw. But they're saying that it's another hymn called "I Thou to Be Thy Country," but I thought that was the hymn that he wanted before when we lived in Somerset. So why are you saying it then?
We wanted it.
Well, fuck what you want.
It means a lot. And not,
Does anyone know?
I've never said to go out.
Does
I'm
anyone
about
know
in
if
the
Dad
middle.
wants "Come Sweet Death" as his final song? Because I'm almost certain that he does, and we did discuss it. But I don't know if he did. So if anyone could, and also, can anyone tell me if when I click end, regardless of who's here right now, is this going to be saved into YouTube or am I just wasting my time here? Rob, I think he does. That was his favourite. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. I'm so pleased about that because I don't want to get it wrong. And And also, Rob, when I click end stream, will this be uploaded on for him, or is it because this is live? Once I stop, it won't be there at all. I don't know. I'm worried that I'm doing all this almost for nothing, but because it's live, I'm not sure. He always did this stuff. Oh, thank you, Rob. Thank you. That's awesome. So come sweet death, and I'm sure you can imagine how hard it's going to be at the funeral, and I can't really think about it, and carrying him and everything is just going to break our hearts. Just all right. Click the end and follow instructions. Well, I'm sure you'd all like me to piss off now because I'm not Dad, and don't worry, I won't be doing any more. Unless, of course, Dad comes to us during our seance, with which I will certainly be uploading any experiences that we might have. And oh my God. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Rob. He's going to the All Saints Church next time. He's going to record the Welsh National Anthem for him, as he never recorded it when he visited Swansea. That's something that Dad obviously wanted. Oh my God! And the mayor said it'll be uploaded and we'll show live chat. Oh, thanks so much, guys, and thanks for tuning in as well, because it's lovely.
How many people you got watching it?
Because I'm not bothered for my sake. I mean, you guys are awesome, but I'm doing this on behalf of my dad, aren't I? So any of you guys that join in, it just makes me feel more proud that it's my dad, really, and it's King Arthur. So thank you so much, and thanks so much for the lovely comments as well, because they were just amazing. And I have to say, it just gave me so much comfort that night reading everything. It made me feel so proud of him. I don't know, Rob. I mean, I'm not like Dad. I don't really feel that I've got anything interesting to say, or that anyone would want to listen to, really. Oh wow! To God be the glory, the All Saints Church. I'm going to play that tonight for Dad, Rob, while we're having our sounds. What do you mean am I ever coming off it? Thank you so much, Rob. That's lovely. Wow, that's fantastic. Yes, he had a lot of friends considering how well he treated you at times. Yeah, he was very snappy, and he didn't. Well, it's not like he didn't suffer fools, because I wouldn't imagine any of you are fools. But he just didn't suffer anyone, really. To be fair, including me.
Want to try this pizza?
Including
Sharon?
me. Give it some base. Just a bit.
Hello.
We certainly will, mate. We certainly will. Well, this pizza's all right, I suppose. Not too bad. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I tell you what, I'll upload on behalf of my dad, but it will always be on behalf of my dad. I'd never even dream of having my own stream, but I'm certainly going to keep Dad's YouTube open and everything. This is him. So this will never die. This is in the cloud, in heaven. All of his stuff, all of his videos. I can't bring myself to watch Dad.
No, you're right. I'd rather die.
What?
You should be on that crap.
What?
Well, die, so you'd be on that crap.
Why?
Been on the fucking telly.
Why not?
Why do I want to be on the news?
This is not news. This is some lovely people.
Twist the camera.
Oh yeah, I can twist the camera. Here you are, Richie. Go sit there.
Oh,
There you go.
in your way now.
Here you go, Richie. It's off now. What was I saying? See, like Dad, forgot. No, I certainly would never do my own streams. I'm far too unentertaining for that. But I would certainly be more than happy to do some streams on behalf of King Arthur. Definitely. So we'll do the seance in a bit, won't we, guys?
Alright,
All right.
just me.
We'll play that song, Rob. Thank you so much.
No, I should have done this, mate.
and we're going to go away. We love you all, and we miss your dad, and we love you because I know you're listening. So,
My outfit's on.
ciao, ciao, everyone. Bye. Are you sure you want to end? Yes.